Hello, Thomas Pulser here with Tom's Tips, episode number 99. What's the best way to look at things, part 2? And I'm doing a part 2 because I don't think I gave it enough justice yesterday. And this is a topic I'm actually pretty passionate about. I'd like to start with, you're exactly where you're supposed to be for the decisions you made up to this point in your life. I said that at a meeting once, and afterwards a person came up to me and said, yeah, but I made most of my decisions drunk. And I'm like, so how'd that work out for you? Anyway, that pretty much ended that conversation. Now, also, everything happens for a reason, even if we don't know what that reason is. All we have to know or believe is that whatever that reason was, it was for us, or whatever that event happened for us. Now, here's a nice metaphor to look at. If you take all the events, good and bad, negative, think of them as pieces out of a puzzle, and by themselves they may not make any sense, but once they're put into the big picture, called our life, it'll make sense somewhere down the road. Now, I have a personal story. A couple of people have heard it. When I tell it, I generally tear. So if I'll try and, if I do tell it, not to tear. Anyway, like I've had multiple DUIs, multiple driving on suspended. I've spent a few years in jail, and another 4 or 5 years in alcohol programs on top of that, paid thousands of dollars to the system. And I've had a nationwide hold on my driver's license. And one of the things I had to do to get that back was be signed off either by a doctor or a nationally certified alcohol and drug counselor. About 6 months into my sobriety, and I had like 50 AA meetings under my belt, completed a in-home alcohol program, and signed off by a state alcohol and drug counselor on the forms that Arizona wanted, and all that wasn't good enough. Now, it was about, and I had my new sponsor. I had him for 3 months, and I didn't believe in God at this point. And what's that? I told him, I think maybe I quit drinking for nothing. Anyway, and I said, I did all this stuff and it's still not good enough. Maybe I should just go buy a motorcycle, get in a high-speed chase, and, die having fun. Anyway, my sponsor, I told him I need a nationally certified alcohol and drug counselor to work with me. He's going to have to administer at least 2 psychological tests and all this in order to get my driver's license back. I'm like, maybe this whole venture was a waste of time. And he was like, hold on, I'm a nationally certified alcohol and drug counselor. I'm retired, but I kept my license up. And he goes, I'll work with you for free, don't worry about it. And I was like, dang, maybe there is a God. And that's when I started to actually believe that maybe there was a God. Then we worked on the steps and did some other things, and he worked with me for a good year and a half, and went through the 12 steps. And also he about a year and a half in or whatever, thought I guess I was ready to take the other tests, and I took 4 different psychological tests. Didn't even know the answers, had to send them in, and then actually I passed and I got my license back after all that time. A couple months after that, his renewal came up to renew his counselor license? He's like, nah, I think I'm done with that. You know, if anybody else needs help, they'll have to go somewhere else. So he let that lapse, which made me feel really blessed. You know, I was the last one. Maybe he was saving it just for me. You never know. Anyway, about 4 to 6 months after that, he died. Anyway. Sorry. Hold on. I hope you got some value.